I've been in Korea for a while, for cumulatively now over 6 years, which is a lot. I never envisioned myself as being like a lifer. There aren't that many lifers. In the past year, I've come into contact with many lifers. Many people have been here for over 4 years, which is not common. Most people, I don't know if there's an average, but a lot of people leave after 2 or 3 years. I know a lot of people who just left after 2 or 3 years. They come and go. There aren't that many lifers. It's not that I'm deciding to stay here, it's that I keep finding new reasons to stay, or renewing my interest in staying, or having new goals which I can only achieve here. I don't have a lot of long-term plans. In fact, I don't have even short-term plans. Like literally at the beginning of every year, I kind of make a deal with myself. I'm like, okay, I'll be here for 1 more year unless I can achieve something or other. Sometimes I have a specific goal like that, sometimes not. Like after my first year of making music videos, which I got like, my first year I won 2 contests and I got some money for it, which was cool. And I thought, like, I didn't expect to win those contests, and it was nice. But then, like, every time I make a music video, maybe I get some press, maybe I win something, but I have to make a new one and I have to start over, and I don't know if it's going to be good or bad or whatever. So I said, okay, I'll give myself 1 more year to make something out of these videos. If nothing comes of it, I'll maybe make a bigger life decision. And then I made the Subway song and I won an award for that, and I thought, okay, like, this next year I'll give myself another year to see if I can get more people to take me seriously as a professional, do something professional videos, or I don't know, I didn't have a specific goal. And this last year has been very difficult. Even though I've been here 5 years, like, if you live in a place for a long time, you get used to it and you start to take things for granted. You start to take life there for granted. I've been used to that before, and up until last year, I did not take Seoul for granted or Korea for granted. I felt I was always discovering new things, but then I was always trying new things, and I felt making personal progress in life, and that kept things interesting. And this past year, a lot of, I touched on it in some cases. My friend got really sick during the winter. There was this Subway, like, this music video that I posted in February. You can check it out. Not many people saw it. I didn't promote it that much. It was a kind of disaster. Not really. It was a project for someone, and just not a very pleasant experience. There's another project that's still going on. It's been making more headway now, but for most of the winter I was working hard on it, and then it kind of came to a halt. Just made me really frustrated. The spring was pretty good, and my parents visited, which was nice. And then this summer, I've alluded to this, but basically just with work stuff, I haven't talked about work. I don't want to talk about work, but just briefly I'll mention that my work schedule got crazy busy, and I barely had time for anything else. I was not always, I was not 100% here. I was not 50% here. I was not feeling that good, and I was thinking of doing a huge life change. And then thankfully things went back to normal in a good way in September, and so now I'm like, okay, this year was kind of horrible in that all these plans I had, all this momentum I had, kind of grinded to a halt. There are all these things involved, but really it's me, you know. Just I kind of lost my own will, my own motivation, my own enthusiasm, and I feel like finally, like, I'm starting to take Seoul, Korean life for granted, and I don't want to do that. I hate that feeling. So like the past 2 months, fall here is amazing. I've been trying to kind of rediscover what I love about living here, because people are like, oh, you must, if you live here for a long time, you must really love it. And yes, like, as of last year, someone said that to me, I could say yes, and I could give all these reasons. And lately, it's harder just because I've been distant from the things I like. I've had so much more on my mind, things that, all these little problems which have gone away, but I just kind of need to get back into what I enjoyed about life here. Korea didn't change. It is just my situation. So I'm determined to find new enthusiasm, to rediscover purpose for being here, for living here, for doing what I am known for doing here. I didn't announce this. I announced it on Facebook. So another worry. I don't think much of myself. I started making music videos because I just wanted to do it for fun. Really, that's it. Well, there's a that's the simple version. There is a longer story which I have not told yet. I'm not ready to tell it. Let me say it this way. I've been here 5 consecutive years. My first 2 years, I was just enjoying life. That's it. I was meeting lots of people. I was having fun, and I started to get bored. And something happened, and I rediscovered purpose, or I discovered a purpose. I figured like I wanted to be a writer. In my head, just for some reason, I wanted to make music videos. I don't know why. I've never been a huge fan of music videos. Now I watch them a lot. I appreciate them more, but for some reason, I was just like, it would be fun to make a music video. And I thought, one day later in life, I will have made a music video, or I will have written a book, or something like that. And at this point, something happened, and I realized, like, it's only gonna happen if I do it. If I just stop thinking about it and just do it. It might not be good, but if I do it, then I will have done it. Only if I do it. So I did it, and people liked it. I don't know. People watched it. I wasn't expecting people to watch it, and people watched it. And I was like, oh, that's encouraging. I wasn't expecting that. What next? So then I made like another music video, and more people watched that, and more people paid attention to that, and I thought I improved, and I did a lot of new stuff and stuff like that. And when I won those 2 contests, I was like, okay, people like what I do. That's interesting. I don't put a lot of stock into, I don't care at all if people don't like my stuff. If they have criticisms that I can actually learn from, then I want to hear those criticisms because I want to get better. When people say that they like my stuff, or they say, oh, you're so famous or whatever, I try not to listen to that, because if I think too much of myself, it'll be hard. Well, I'll talk about that. When I released the Subway song, people are like, oh my God, it's so professional, it's amazing, whatever. And that was tough, because I wasn't expecting any of that. I didn't expect it to be like a viral video and to go on TV all the time and stuff like that. And I definitely slowed things down after that. Not that I thought highly of myself, but I was coasting on the attention that I got and stuff like that. And I knew, like, if I coast on this, if I don't keep going and produce new things, eventually, like, the fame or popularity will wear out. And it has, in terms of like constant attention. I don't get it anymore. Fair enough. But like that. Like I said, I didn't care about that, but the momentum helped. And also getting the YouTube award. One day YouTube contacted me. They're like, we want to give you an award. I'm like, okay, fine. It's not that, like I said, it's not that I think highly of my work, but the fact that first I won 2 contests the first year, and then I won a YouTube award the second year, if I'm trying to improve myself, I'm trying to progress, then I have to achieve something the third year, like I need to keep going up somehow. I have achieved something. I'm very thankful for it. It's more, I'm not really thinking of it in terms of what it actually is, or I don't know everything about what it is, but I'm relieved that I have achieved something. Because that means I have, like my 1 year is not done where I have to say like, okay, I needed to achieve something. I achieved it, but now I need to get back into the momentum of things. The thing I achieved is, there's this thing, I don't understand everything about it, but I will at the end of the month be awarded honorary Seoul citizenship. That doesn't mean legal citizenship. It's not legal at all. I still have to get a visa or whatever. If I quit my job or whatever, I'll have to leave the country, or I'll have to be on tour. Something like that. It's not a legal thing. It's just an honor. I'm gonna get like a plaque and a medal and some some benefits. Like I think I can go to museums for free, which is cool. Like I'm not a museum person, but if I could just walk into it for free where other people can, I would go. It's who else has got it? Gus Hiddink, the coach of Korea's team in the 2002 World Cup. He got honorary citizenship for coaching them. Brian Orser got honorary Seoul citizenship for being Kim Yunna's coach. Jackie Chan got honorary Seoul citizenship, and I'm not quite sure why, but I will have received the same honor that Jackie Chan received, which is kind of a cool thing. Like I said, I don't know other than that. It's a cool thing. It's cool. I'm very happy about that. But like I said, I'm also relieved that I've achieved this thing, and I'm serious about kind of getting back into what I do. So I've been working very hard on a new music video. It's not actually new. I wrote this song back in the spring. I've been planning it since last fall. I'm putting everything I can into it. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good, which I'm afraid of because I'm putting a ridiculous amount of effort into it. My goal with this is to make it as good as I can. Usually, because I don't take myself seriously as a video producer, so when people say my stuff looks professional, I'm like, no, I just threw myself in there and I did some color correction, but whatever, it just looks like a YouTube video. So this time I'm making sure every frame looks good, every frame looks as good as possible, every frame counts. I want to I do all of these for me, and I want to be proud of this by the time it's done. I want to be like, okay, I did everything I could to make this video as good as it could possibly be for what it is. Whether or not other people like it I hope people like it, but if they don't, I just want to have produced something that I will be proud of. I'm just about half done. It's going very slowly because I'm making sure that everything is as good as possible. I intend to release it in October. Just because I'm spending as much time as I need on it doesn't mean that I'm going to spend like infinite time on it. I intend to release it this month and then go on to another project. I want to keep doing these things. I want them to be fun. I am enjoying working on this, as regardless of how much time it's taking. I'm quite pleased with how it's coming out. I'm doing things that, I had them in my head, but now I see them and I'm like, that's exactly the way I want it to be. I'm really happy with doing that. I'm kind of shaping my own world in this, and I want to, taking what's in my head and making it real, and stuff that other people have seen. When people say, oh, I've seen your videos, I love your videos, I'm like, they've seen the stuff I made for myself and they love it. That's awesome. So I just want to keep having fun doing this, doing what I can do.